Hey, what's up, everybody? You're now tuned into T.
And
And it's your girl, Jazzy J.
my Diesel.
And we in the building, y'all. Man, thank y'all so much for how much y'all been coming through and supporting the channel. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all to the subscribers that have been rocking with us since day one. And big shout out to all the new people who have come through and subscribed, man. We appreciate y'all.
Much love, family. We have a subscriber shout out today.
Subscriber shout out. Subscriber shout out.
Say what now? It is Baby Yoda.
Hey, Baby Yoda. Thank you.
Yep, and read our comment, or his comment, Baby Yoda's comment. It's a great comment. It was to one of our other videos about a woman who was beat by the police, and she received $2 million. And she had some comments about it, and I liked the comment, and I'm glad that you left it. So big shout out to Baby Yoda.
Hey, big
you
shout out.
You are our subscriber shout out today.
Yes.
Now, black folks, we're about black excellence. That's what we like to talk about, other than Grandmaster J for sure. But we came across this YouTube page called Black Excellence and Abundance. It was like, cool, let's watch that.
Yeah.
So got to watching it, and he ends up talking about how the oldest bones that were found in America are black. They are from black people, not Native American people or anything like that. Not white people, black people. So there's more and more evidence coming out, every month that black people were populating the whole earth before everybody.
Yeah.
So take a look at what this brother has found, and leave some comments and tell us what you think. A lot of us already know that we were here before Christopher Columbus.
Exactly.
And a lot of people want to claim Native American, and we want to claim Native American or natives or something like that. And more evidence is coming out that black people were here before.
That we are the natives.
Everybody, we are native to this whole planet.
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to bring up real quick. So take a look at what's been found on these old bones, the oldest bones found in North America, South America,
and
Central America, Americas.
Yeah.
And of course, we already know the oldest bones were in Africa.
That's right.
And of course, they were black as well.
That's right.
So take a look at it. It's not really a long video, but it is very informative. Like I said, more and more evidence is coming out.
Yeah, I even, y'all are going to see on the video, but even when it comes to Asia, I know black people have seen other black people with eyes that resemble those type of almond, the squinchier eyes and everything. And it's because black people have made Asian people too. So, they say that, it was the Mongoloids or whatever, but actually black people, and from my belief, Eve, that all happened in Africa. So a black woman is the woman who populated this whole universe. And that's to me. Mm-hmm. So, yes, y'all definitely check it out. It was great. Babe found this channel and we thought it was awesome. Make sure y'all go subscribe to them as well. They give a lot of informative information. And when we keep seeing videos that we like, we will keep putting them on blast so you guys can go check them out.
That's right.
All right. Anything else, babe?
This channel, he doesn't put out a lot of videos. It's like, every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks, something like that. Maybe even once a month.
But quality, though.
But it's quality. It's a lot of evidence behind it.
Exactly.
A lot of research and a lot of doctors and professors to back it up.
Yeah, definitely. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to T.
And
And we out, y'all. Peace.
Much love, family.
I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. Welcome to the Black Excellence and Abundance channel. It is often taught that black people first arrived in the Americas during the slave trade, but that history is in the process of being rewritten as archaeologists continue to find evidence that black people occupied the American continent before the Bering Strait was crossed by the Mongolian Asians. According to the BBC documentary series Ancient Voices and some scholars, these people were black. Here is some of the evidence that has been presented to prove black people were the first to populate the Americas. Human skulls have been uncovered in Central and South America that are 9,000 to 12,000 years old, among the oldest skulls in the Americas. Walter Neves, an archaeologist from the University of Sao Paulo, has taken extensive measurements from dozens of skulls, including the oldest, from a young woman whom the archaeologist named Luzia, discovered in Lagoa Santa, Minas Gerais, Brazil. The measurements showed that Luzia was anything but mongoloid, he says. Reconstruction of Luzia's 12,000-year-old skull by forensic artist Richard Neve from the University of Manchester. In the broadcast segment, the scientists concluded that the dimensions of the prehistoric skulls found in Brazil matched those of the Aboriginal people of Australia and Melanesia. Stone tools and charcoal from the Pedra Furada sites in Brazil show evidence of human habitation as long ago as 50,000 years. In addition, radiocarbon tests of carbonized plant remains and artifacts unearthed along the Savannah River in Allendale County, South Carolina, indicate that humans inhabited North America at least 50,000 years ago, long before the last ice age. The tests were conducted by University of South Carolina archaeologist Dr. Albert Goodyear in 2004. Cave paintings found at Serra de Capivara in remote northeast Brazil also provided evidence of the existence of a much older people. The rock art, which shows images of giant armadillos, a species extinct before the last ice age, is dated to around 25,000 years ago. Some eminent rock art specialists are proposing an even earlier date, perhaps as far back as 36,000 years ago. The finding challenges the widely held view that the Americas were first colonized by people from the north via the Bering Strait at around 10,000 BC, moving south to inhabit Central and South America in the millennia thereafter. The Bradshaw cave paintings found in Kimberley, Australia, a region at the northern tip of Western Australia, offer evidence the Aboriginals may have built boats capable of making the journey, 8,450 miles across the ocean. Grahame Walsh, an expert on Australian rock art, found the oldest painting of a boat anywhere in the world. The style of the art means it is at least 17,000 years old, but it could be up to 50,000 years old. The high prow of the boat in the art is a crucial detail because it would have been unnecessary for vessels used in calm inland waters, suggesting it was used on the open ocean. The skull of Luzia that was prominently displayed at the National Museum has been attracting crowds and controversy in equal measure since it was first unveiled. After 2 decades in storage, the fossilized cranium has now been identified by Brazilian scientists as the oldest human remains ever recorded in the Western Hemisphere. The skull is that of a young woman nicknamed Luzia, who is believed to have roamed the savanna of south-central Brazil approximately 11,500 years ago. Even more startling, a reconstruction of her cranium undertaken in Brazil indicates that her features appear to be Negroid rather than Mongoloid, suggesting that the Western Hemisphere may have initially been settled not only earlier than thought, but by people distinct from the ancestors of today's North and South American Indians. We can no longer say that the first colonizers of the Americas came from the north of Asia, as previous models have proposed, said Dr. Walter Neves, an anthropologist at the University of Sao Paulo, who made the initial discovery along with an Argentine colleague, Hector Pucciarelli. This skeleton is nearly 2,000 years older than any skeleton ever found in the Americas, and it does not look like those of the American Indians or North Asians. Archaeologists here and abroad say the find is potentially very important. Until Luzia, named as a playful homage to Lucy, the 3.2 million-year-old human ancestor found in Africa, Luzia's discovery at a location in the state of Minas Gerais called Lapa Vermelha is consistent, however, with recent findings at the celebrated Monte Verde site in southern Chile. Their evidence of human habitation as early as 12,500 years ago, including stone tools and a footprint, has been uncovered, though no human remains have yet been found. The finds, along with the recent discoveries in North America like those of the so-called Kennewick Man and Spirit Caveman, are forcing a reassessment of long-established theories as to the settling of the Americas. Based on such evidence, scientists suggest that L.I.A.Y.D belonged to a nomadic people who began arriving in the New World as early as 15,000 years ago. About one-third of L.I.A.Y's skeleton has been recovered, enough to indicate that she appears to have perished in an accident or perhaps even from an animal attack. She was in her 20s when she died, stood just under 5 feet tall, and was part of a group of hunter-gatherers who appeared to have subsisted largely on whatever fruits, nuts, and berries they came across in their meanderings, plus the occasional piece of meat. Skeletal material of this age is extraordinarily rare, said Dr. David J. Mietzer, a professor of anthropology at Southern Methodist University and expert of the Paleo-Indian populations of North America, both here and in South America, so I am delighted to know that something of this antiquity is popping up. L.I.A.Y herself was originally discovered in 1975. The skull was buried under more than 40 feet of mineral deposits and debris, separated from the rest of the skeleton but otherwise in remarkably good condition. A computerized image of L.I.A.Y's skull was sent to Richard Nieve, a forensic specialist on the Faculty of Medicine at the University of Manchester in England, with a request that he reconstruct her face. It was in much better shape than many other forensic subjects we have had to do. Mr. Nieve said in a telephone interview what he ended up with when he finished was a face with the features one associated with Negroid skulls, particularly the nose and jaw. When you do this sort of work, it is very important to have no preconceived ideas, Mr. Nieve said. I personally would stick my neck out and say it is a conclusive support for his findings and demonstrate without any doubt at all that L.I.A.Y is of non-Mongoloid origins. She is definitely who we consider to be as a young black woman. When her remains were discovered, L.I.A.Y was alone, but more than 40 other skeletons that appear to be from the same general period have been found in a nearby area called the Lagoa Santa, and scientists in Brazil hope to be able to test Dr. Nieve's theory by doing radiocarbon dating on at least some of them. There are a large number of skeletons at this site, some of them in better condition than that of L.I.A.Y, Dr. Pruz said. There is a great density of skeletons there, buried in an organized fashion, and so we conclude this was a cemetery for them, perhaps the oldest in the Americas. Initial indications are that these skeletons indeed have many of the same facial features and other characteristics that first made L.I.A.Y stand out, which means they were black as well. We see this pattern with other skeletons of the same age. From the Lagoa Santa site, Dr. Powell said, we have seen 37 of them now, and they all have this sort of unusual appearance.
And of course, the only reason they find it to be unusual is because they never expected to discover that the bones of the oldest persons found in the Americas to be that of black people.
In an effort to test the theory that L.I.A.Y belonged to a people ethnically distinct from the ancestors of modern North and South American Indians, scientists have also begun DNA sequencing in the Lagoa Santa skeletons. Dr. Sergio Pena, a geneticist at the Federal University of Minas Gerais, is conducting one set of tests while other samples have been sent to the Max Planck Anthropological Institute in Germany.
The Black Excellence and Abundance channel, where black history is every day.
Thanks for watching. We ask that you please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And remember, thou art rich.